mental health shapes our reality. What we think, how we think, and how we exchange our conversation with others.
This conversation is brought to you in partnership with Belleza, a company that offers a range of products. Belleza has a slogan, beauty which radiates from within. Those products include hair food, which nourishes the hair, supports hair growth, supports blood circulation, fights dandruff, and is used in both natural and treated hair for both men and women. The other product is body butter for babies, which helps to moisturize the skin, prevent skin dryness, improve body elasticity, and protect skin from environmental effects. They also offer body cream, which moisturizes the skin, nourishes and softens it, and reduces fine lines, scars, stretch marks, and wrinkles. Then they also have the cold pressed shea butter, which moisturizes both the skin and hair, reducing stretch marks, scars, and wrinkles, and reduces scalp irritation and frizzy hair. For you to access them, please watch the description. We will give you details of where and the telephone contacts and email. Remember that walking a journey with Belleza and Hagne is a journey of wellness.
Greetings, our dear viewers, and you're welcome back to the Hagne space in Conversations That Build. Encouraging you that if you have not done so, you subscribe, you like, you share, but also give us your comments, because it is in your comments that we get more content to bring you conversations that indeed answer some of those questions that you have that hinder you from becoming a better version of yourself, helping parents to have a good mental health. In today's conversation, I am happy to welcome back Coach Felicite. Thank you for coming back to this space, Coach Felicite.
Thank you, Agnes. Yes, I'm Felicite Hagoma, the potentialist, a mindset coach, and I'm happy to be here at Hagne space. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you so much. In today's conversation, we will focus on parental mental health, as I mentioned, as a way for us to contribute to wellness and happy families. And I would like you, Coach Felicite, to help our viewers know what is it when we speak about parental mental health. What do we mean?
Thank you so much for that question. Parental mental health, very important. I like to talk about that one briefly. As I mentioned, I'm a mindset coach.
Yes.
And we ever talked about it that human beings normally exist at different dimensions. Mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical.
Yeah.
And our mental health shapes our reality. What we think, how we think, and how we exchange our conversation with others. So in the context of parenting, caregivers is very important also. They are aware that how they feel, their mental health affects the children they are raising. It matters.
Yeah.
Having sound mind,
Yeah.
being well prepared to raise that child, being mindful that yes, my mental health matters a lot, because how I feel, how I picture things, that's how I transfer to my children or the people I'm caring for.
That's right. Yeah. Oh. Having a sound mind. And we would like to really appreciate parents that are taking care of biological children. We want to appreciate parents that are taking care of children, not necessarily their biological children, but they take care of them. We would like to appreciate teachers.
Oh, yes.
We would like to caregivers. Every time I speak about teachers, my mind quickly runs to the teachers that take care of those people that haven't even mastered the game of speech.
Yeah.
They don't know how to express themselves, but for some reason God has endowed teachers to take care of these children, and they are very good at communicating.
We also have to include the house managers,
Yes.
the helpers at work.
Yes.
They contribute to the well-being of the children they are raising.
I would like to appreciate the people that take care of our children in absence.
Yes.
You know, in our previous conversation, we mentioned that we have caregivers, so they give our children, but we only come to ask questions, we would really want to appreciate the caregivers at home. There are elderly mothers that have taken on the role to take care of children. We appreciate them. We appreciate single mothers. We appreciate single fathers.
Oh, yes.
We are really grateful. And I want to take an opportunity to thank so much the people in Rwanda we call the Malaika Murinzi. Abo bantu ni abantu beza, turabashimira. Abamarayika murinzi mwese aho muri mu gihugu, turabashimira cyane hano kuri Hagne Space, because you're doing a great
work of parenting.
And this is why we have thought that, parental mental health is key in this whole journey.
Looking from the context where you brought it, just elaborated who is the parent, caregiver, then everyone in society is a parent. That's why mental health for every individual matters a lot.
Yeah.
You get the picture?
Yeah.
Because at a certain point, everyone will come across that responsibility of parenting.
Yeah.
Your auntie, your father, your mother, house helper, whoever, the angels you're talking about, the teachers, caregivers at nursery and baby care centers, everyone plays that role.
Yeah.
That's why it matters for everyone to have a sound mind, to have a healthy mind, that we are mindful of the things we give out. So let's care for each other.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. Mental health for parents is a key factor. And I would like us to, I know so many people would be asking, what are the key factors that lead to me having a poor mental state? What could be some of I know some people might be asking, sometimes I struggle with my mental stability, but what are some of the factors?
The main factor is lifestyle. Lifestyle, everything is changing.
Yeah.
We keep saying that, when we were young, we used to behave this way, but things are changing. Parents now are given a task to extra time to be with the children, because we work from 9 to 11 to 5 in the evening. Then you have to drive back home. You're spending 2 to 3 hours in a jam.
You're constantly saying, hurry up. Yes.
And also the cost of living is high. We are requested to work extra so that we can care for the families. So we are looking for the physical care, forgetting that part of the mental care. So the parents are now more stressed than ever before, because life is demanding. That's the main character. So since life is demanding, we are detached from each other. We no longer connect with our families, we no longer connect with our friends, we don't have time for that. When you are isolated, then how do you release the stress? How do you exchange ideas with other people? If you have time, you scroll through the social media, that is the free time you have.
You want to get updated outside of the people.
You get it? So losing that connection, it is really affecting us a lot. This week on 21st, it was a day of hugs, International Day of Hugging people.
21st?
Yes, in January.
Oh, I didn't know. I should have known.
So I was encouraging people to hug, because hugging is a medicine. Getting that connection again, connecting with people, getting to know that yes, you matter. When you're hugging someone, yes, you matter to me. You are there. I'm not alone. So that complex life and isolation that has been affecting our mental health, parenting mental health.
Oh my God, you spoke about the aspect of time, like we are always in a hurry. You're driving quickly to work, to drop off children to school, to go to work, or to go to attend to a business or attend a business meeting, etc., etc. And then when you come home, you want to be updated on what passed on the social media, in the news, international news, local news. You want to be updated. So by the time
you also want to be entertained. You relax a little bit. But unfortunately,
as a parent, you forget that actually your children can entertain you, or your family members can entertain you. So another cause I look at is the fact that we are looking for happiness beyond our our immediate.
You look for happiness in the world without,
not
the world within.
Yeah. You have children, you have a husband, you have a wife, you have people around you, but now you're going to look at the virtual happiness, I would call it. Yeah. So I think that's another
factor.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think about contentment in the angle of parental mental health? Am I contented with, as a parent, am I contented with these children? Because if I'm contented, then that would also bring me happiness.
There is contentment, there is also intention. Yes, you might be contented, but are you contented with being with them? Or just being in the house, absent-minded?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
So, however, even if you are reaching home, are we there mentally? We are absent-minded.
Yeah.
So, that's also another factor. You might be contented, but are you intentional in what you are doing? What kind of family do you want to raise? What kind of health are you looking at? Yes. You're also being aware of what you want. And chasing it, working towards what you want.
There's this thing I read somewhere, and I have tried to practice it as a parent. It's something to do with playing. That playing with your family, your children, the people that you care for, can help you to have mental health. Yeah. Is that true, actually? I read it somewhere, I have practiced it, and I have my own testimony, but I want to hear from
Yeah, so I am not agree with you that playing together, they say the praying and playing together keeps the family together.
Yeah.
So when you have that habit of praying together, playing and praying together, of course, it boosts your mental health.
Yeah.
It really, you are ever looking forward for that moment, that pleasurable moment, that moment of joy, that moment of sharing, that moment of learning from each other.
Yeah.
Because the time you are playing with your child, you are bonding and you are learning from them.
That's true.
From childhood, from a toddler, you're observing how she can move, how they are growing, and how the smile. You remember that smile of the little one.
Yeah.
So it makes you excited, even if you are busy at work. You remember that it makes you happy.
Well, I want to add something there, and it's, for me, I really find a lot of joy, a lot of fun, and it helps me to detox even when I had a very busy or stressful day when I play with them.
Sure.
And we like to call it like, in the house, you put on a show, like comedy. You put on comedy, and before you know it, they all want to come and join you in the comedy.
Oh, yes.
So it's such a pleasant moment. However, there's also something that I have observed as a parent. Some of us, we really want to have children.
Yeah.
To our own or children that you take care of. But when you have them now, there's a tendency of feeling like it is so much work. Like we lose the pleasure in parenting.
If you see it as a burden, it becomes a burden. If you see it as something it is joyful, it is also the mental picture.
Exactly.
Expectation.
Yeah. So, and this is not to say that the parent that is finding it a lot of work, that it doesn't love their children. But somehow, even with the love, it sort of drains them. And you hear somebody saying, once you have that mindset, then your mental, I think, is going to be
what you picture, that's what you get.
Yeah.
If you picture that it is really draining, you never find joy in it.
And possibly we can come back to that later. But I wanted you as a coach to, speak to our viewers, especially how does that state, if I am in the state of saying it's a burden, how does it trickle down to my children? How does it affect my children?
Definitely it affects you because what you picture, you are transferring that picture to them. So if you are ever thinking that parenting is a burden, how do you think these children are going to feel? You never find time for them, you never understand them, you never consider their emotions, so they feel that may probably don't belong. I've ever had a conversation with the girl. She said that I grew up in a family. My father was there, the mother was there, but she used to think, but are they really my parents? the way they used to treat her.
Oh my God.
So they treated her in a way. Of course, she was a girl, the only girl in the house. There were other boys, and she could be the one responsible for everything. And she's Gen Z of the recent generation, and she could say, "But I feel like these are not my parents.
They put so much burden on me."
Not only the burden, there's no time for joy.
I know.
No time for bonding. It is only the order in the house.
Did you cook? Did you sweep? Did you lay your bed? Did you brush? Did you do
that? If they ever are talking about that, then you feel that you don't belong to that place. You never saw your father and mother smile. You've never seen them eating on the same dining table. So you cook, you put the food there, everyone serves and go. So
everybody has their own. Oh my God.
So, and you wonder, but do I belong to this family? She was saying that at times I wonder if I really belong to that family. You can see how it affects the child. If you are not, you have seen your parent having good times, how will you be? How will you be able to have that good time if you start your own family? So that's how now it affects the children. What you have, that's what you transmit to your children.
And before you know it, even this child, when they grow, they will pass on the same.
That is the lifestyle they know.
Generational thing.
Yeah, that's a style they know. Has anyone else told them the different way of living? No, that's the only style they know.
So how can we help parents to, can we have, maybe give our viewers tips on how they can be mentally healthy?
Oh, thank you for that question. The tips for the parents to be mentally healthy, the first one I keep saying about it, it's being intentional. Having intention of being mentally fit. I call it mental fitness. Mentally well. To have that sound mind and eating well. In our previous conversation, we talked about eating well, sleeping, having enough time to sleep, relax. Creating time to bond with the family members.
Yes.
Create memorable moments with the family members. Very important. And also creating social groups which can help generate the energy, the focus, excitement. Because with the time, as I said, that the lifestyle has now positioned us or forced us to live in isolation, but it's high time, if you want to really to be mentally healthy, time to connect with other people, other parents. Have social groups where you go and talk about it. Open yourself to release the negativity, consume the positive side of life, have time with nature, go walk in nature, just connect with nature and people around you. Those are the things you can do. And also practice mindfulness and gratitude. Be grateful of the things you have. So if you remember that you have a family, be grateful for them. If you're grateful for a family, you create time for them. You won't be grateful when you're just climbing mountains, running. Claiming you're ever busy. No, find time for your children, find time for your spouse. Find time also for the bigger family. This time have been isolated. These are my children. This is my partner, my children. The grandparents never see the children. We don't have time for them. We are calling them the old style. We no longer see them as part of the family. So families are become isolated.
They're becoming smaller, leaner and leaner every day.
It is high time we reconnect back to the bigger family.
Wow, thank you so much. There's a preacher that I really love so much, Priscilla Shira, and in one of the videos that I watched, she spoke about the power of traditions within a household. I remember it was on an interview with her mother, and they spoke so much on the power of traditions. So I think as a parent also, for you to be mentally healthy, it's important to have those traditions. Like, for example, the tradition of praying together. What time do we pray? What time do we eat together? What time are we cheeky around one another? So those traditions are very important.
I would call it culture. What is the culture of your family?
Very, very important. Then the other thing that I would recommend for parents, not to be too serious. like too serious, especially in the journey of parenting. Because remember, you need to. It's unfortunate that possibly many of us haven't noticed, but the people that we are raising are actually as mature as ourselves. They are only manifested in that small scheme. So what you need to do as a parent, you need to take yourself from up here as a parent, as a mother who is, that age, and bring yourself down,
connect to the source,
people, so that you can feel warm around them. Yeah. It ceases to be a situation of instructing, because most of us are only instructing. I can tell you, my mentor is better and better each day because I have accepted to be taught by the young ones.
They are the best teachers.
Because
teaching you how to parent.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They are the best researchers. They are the best mentor teasers. They are the best at testing our patience. They are the best when it comes to, if you cooked a bad meal, they will tell you it's a bad meal. If it's a good meal, they will, they are the best source for everything. So in the journey of parenting and ensuring that our mental health is okay, we need to get closer to these young ones. Yeah, and find joy in parenting.
Yes.
It doesn't matter you have one child, you have 2, you have 3, you have 4, you have 10. It doesn't matter. Find joy. As we spoke about intentionality, be intentional in finding joy to parent these young ones. Yeah, and we recognize that there's some situations where things will not be okay. For example, you're a single mother or you're a single father, things are not going well. But still find joy, because the joy from these young ones is much more than the worries that you can carry.
Sure.
That's what I can add. Yeah.
So even if you're a single father, single mother, you're still a parent. As you said, find joy and also enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Enjoy the ride. If you don't enjoy it, it becomes more a burden.
Yeah.
Already being single, a mother, it's already a burden.
Yeah.
So what if you change your mind and said, okay, I'm going to enjoy the ride. And also, if you feel that you belong to a family, a bigger family, it is not your child alone.
Yeah.
Let other people, the relatives, the friends also be part of your journey.
Let people know that you need help.
You need help. It's okay to need help. It's very fine. Human being, you need help every day. Feel free to tell someone that I need help.
A friend of mine said one day that for her, she never accepts to carry the burden alone. When it's so heavy, she will find all reasons for someone to help with a part of that burden. And I think this is so much a good thing, because then you cease feeling like you're alone in the space, or you're in a jungle where you're the only one there. So I think it is important that you let go, you let people help you with that burden.
It's fine to seek help.
Towards the end of our conversation, share tips of how can parents now support these children to be mentally healthy, because as you mentioned, what you have is what you give.
Sure.
So now we've spoken about how we can help ourselves to be mentally healthy, but how can we help our children to be mentally healthy?
Thank you for that question. One thing you can do to help these children is create a conducive environment.
What does that look like?
Where they are free to talk about their emotions. How do you feel? Create a conducive environment where people are free to talk to each other. You have meal time. You share the meal. The fun time, as you mentioned. Let the children express their emotions. How do you feel? Every day check on each other. How do you feel? Normally, I like asking people, how do you feel? They keep us, but why do you like asking us how do you feel? Yes, I'd love to know how to feel. You feel that. Yeah. I like that question because it's about knowing how you feel. Then, can I make you better?
Can I make you feel better? You remember that inspirational speaker who said people will not remember what you said,
but remember how you made them feel.
Exactly.
So the emotional part.
Yeah.
So that part I like it. Ask your children in the morning, how do they feel? In the evening, how do they feel? Check how are they happy? What is bothering them? Your partner as well. So when you're creating that environment, everyone will be free to release the negativity and also talk about their problems and also enjoy that environment. Everyone will be excited to come home.
Now, I'm validating myself, Coach Felicity, as you speak. I like to ask a question to my children. Did anybody hurt your feelings? Did anybody hurt your emotions? And one thing I've observed is like a pattern. When I ask that question, they want to draw closer.
Yeah.
Because I think now they feel like, she wants to listen to my
inner self.
Yeah. So I think parents should learn how to ask.
Yeah. And observe as well.
Yeah.
It makes ask someone, because in the London culture, everyone is asking, how are you doing? I'm okay. If they have lost the loved one, and they are just fine. Well, everything is fine. But observe people. Take time to observe people. Emotion never lie.
Yeah.
Even what they talk about, even if they say they are okay, but the way they respond, you will feel it.
So as a parent, we need to even learn to look closer into the eyes of our children and know whether what they are saying is actually...
Connect with their hearts as well. Get the feelings.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Normally with your loved one, if they are not okay, you feel it.
Yeah.
You are disturbed.
Yeah.
So create that culture of asking, checking on each other.
Yeah.
How do you feel? Is something bothering you, but I feel that you're not well. Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
Open dialogue.
And then you offer to help.
Listen, don't judge.
It reminded me of Kansi. She had a small video with her child and she's like, listen but don't judge.
I saw it as well, listen but don't judge. So most of the time, people come into our lives, their partners, the children, they come, they're telling you about something bothering them, then you start, okay, at the end of the day, what did you do? Look at the eyes and when you start doing that, the child will close.
They close the door and they throw away the keys.
Yes, they will never talk about it. So create a collaborative environment where people are free to talk about emotions.
Yeah.
Open dialogue. When people talk. Learn to get to know each other. Inside out. It's fun.
And as a parent, I think for us to be able to help our children, we should not also be too confrontational. Because when you confront too much, they close. That is one. Then the other one is like accusation. Like don't accuse your children so much. Especially the teenagers and young adults. When you accuse, you confront, you're rebuking all the time, they'll say, I'll just close and...
He goes to look for someone else who will listen to him.
Oh my God. It is a bit scary, but as parents, I think we can contribute to the mental wellness of our children. Thank you so much, Coach Felicity, today. And our viewers, we wish you a happy day, praying and believing that at the end of this video, you will subscribe, you will like, you will share, but you will give us your comments so that together also growing in mental wellness as parents. See you next time. Ciao, ciao, and thanks for watching today.
Thank you.